caption for this image. So basically you're explaining your visitors or your readers what this image is. So what I'll do is I'll click on add caption and I'll type in WordPress 6.0 the web font API screenshot. Okay, so this is basically caption is describing what thing is available in the image. Now, as I have explained you in the introduction, SEO for media files are different. Okay, so what I can do is, if you want to improve the SEO for this media file, because we have Google images as well, people search for images on Google. So if you improve the SEO for this particular image, people will search for some image, they will click on the image and they will land on your blog post. So this is also important. So let's see how we can improve the SEO score for this media file. For that, you have to come back to your dashboard and you have to click on media. You have this media file over here. You can click on this thing and you can add alternate text. Okay, under alternative text, I'll type in the same thing, WordPress 6.0 the web font API screenshot. Under title also I'll type in the same thing, caption also, and description also. Now the main difference between caption and alternative text is caption is seen in the front page. Okay, in the front end, people can read, when they read the article, they read the caption. Now alternate text is the text which will appear when the image is broken or when the image does not load properly. Let me explain you. First of all, enter all these things, and after that let me actually do one thing, publish this blog post. You should not publish it, you should first draft it. Once it is completed, only then you should publish it. But because I want to show you the difference between caption and alternative text, I am publishing it. Now if I open this blog post in a new tab, okay, this is how the blog post is looking right now. If I come back over here, this is the caption I can see. Now let me break this image. Okay, so if I inspect this image, okay, let me show you this image, and this is the link for this image. So I'll do one thing, I'll change the link. Okay, now as you can see, we have this broken image. Okay, this image is now broken. Now because this image is broken, you see few things over here. If you see the HTML tag, we have fake caption. Okay, so this caption is for your Google search result. So Google will read this thing from here. Okay, so this is your thing that you want to add over here. So make sure you add that caption as well. Again, let's come back to the blog post. Now similarly, rest all the things are basically same. Again, there is another, this is also another, subtext, subheading. So you can click on plus button, heading, add the heading and make it H3 so that it is subheading. And after that, everything else is same. Okay, basically the process is all same with images and all. So you can keep on adding these elements. I'll just, paste in the element like this. Okay, and make it H3 and like this. Okay, now if you want to style this thing, I would not recommend you to style it from here. From the right hand side, you can style it from here, but I would not recommend you to do it. And I'll explain you how you can style it at the end of the video. We'll style everything at once. Now let's see the SEO part. Till now we are focusing on this part, okay, on the blog part. And if you also see this thing, because we have added these headings, they are already present in the table of content. So you don't have to do it manually. It is automatically added. Backup before updating was our heading 2. WordPress 6.0 was also our heading 2. And because these things were heading 3, they have come under this heading 2 element. Okay, that is the reason why we select heading 2 and then heading 3. Now let's see the SEO part. If I click on 78, we already have a very good, rating or score for SEO, almost 80%. But let's see how we can improve this score. First, let's see what all things we have got right and what all things we have to improve. So first of all, as I've already explained you, we already have the focus keyword in the SEO title, which is this title. Then we have the focus keyword inside the meta description. Okay, so this is your description. You can change your meta description as well. I'll explain you later on when we see this option. Okay, you have this option, schema detail. Then we have the preview snippet option. Okay, then we also have this option, the preview option, edit snippet. You can add the description. I'll explain you about that thing later on. For now, we have this description. We have the focus keyword inside the meta description. Then we have the focus keyword in the URL. If you want to see your URL, you have to click on this option. Okay, you have to come back, cancel this thing. Okay, click on this gear icon, click on post. So click on gear icon and click on post, you will see this thing. Now under URL slug, this is the link of this blog post. And here also we have this WordPress 6. As you can see, this is our focus keyword. So the focus keyword is also present in the URL slug, which is in your link. If you see this blog post, this is the link. Okay, so that is also a good thing. We have got it right. Then focus keyword appears in the first 10% of the content. As I was explaining you earlier, whenever you write your blog post, make sure to add your focus keyword at the very beginning of the blog post. So that is very good for SEO ranking. Then we have content is 802, like 800 words long. Okay, if you want, you can add more words, you can make it even more lengthier, and after that you will get it right. It is right, but it is still orange, not green. So if you want to furthermore improve it, you can add more content. Now let's see some additional. So these are all basic SEO. Let's see some additional SEO. In additional SEO also, we have already got so many things right without even trying it. So you can understand it yourself. If you write a good blog post, you don't really have to focus on SEO. Your SEO score will automatically be good. So focus keyword is found in the subheading. Now because we have added these subheadings, and this is also a subheading, as you can do, heading 2. And in the subheading also we have used this focus keyword. So this is also right for you. Focus keyword is also used in the image alternative text. We have already seen this thing under alternative text. We have added this focus keyword of WordPress 6.0. So that is also a good thing. Now keyword density is also good. Keyword density is 1.37 and the focus keyword and combination appears 11 times. So this focus keyword basically appears 11 times in this blog post till now. Now URL is a little bit longer. So here they are saying URL is 98 characters long. Consider shortening it. So let's see how we can shorten the URL. So again, click on this gear icon, click on post and select this URL slug. So we can actually do one thing in this. We can remove this thing. Okay, we can type in WordPress 6.0 features and improvements. Okay, only this much. Now again, if you again come back, now as you can see, score is improved to 82. Again, if you go to additional, this is also tick mark for you. So it is nice. Then we are also linking to external resources. I've already explained you about this thing. External link, Backup Buddy, it was outside your website. Internal link, linking to some other blog post on your website. And at least one link with do follow found on your blog post, which is also good. Now if you don't understand any one of these options, for example, I don't know what this thing means. What is this keyword density? What should be the keyword density for my website? You can always click on this question mark. It will open an article for you and you can read this article and you can read about this thing. For example, here as you can see, this is talking about keyword density, what your keyword density should be and how you can improve your keyword density. Then it is talking about URL length, what should your URL length will be and what is the URL basically they are talking about. So you can always click on this question mark if you don't understand any one of these certain point. Okay, it says we cannot find any internal links in your content, although we have added the internal link. Let's see. Okay, we have added the link for the demo website. We have to add a link for this website. Demo website is affiliate.blogdude and this is affiliate2.blogdude. Now if I again do this, here as you can see, now because the internal link is present, this is also tick mark for you. You haven't used this focus keyword before, which is good. So you are not creating 10 different blog posts for the same focus keyword, which is also a good thing. Now you can use the content AI. This is a premium feature. We don't want to use it. Okay, so let's leave it at this. So additional, everything is completed. Now let's see the readability thing. Now under readability, focus keyword is used at the very beginning of the SEO title, which is good. So in the title, we have used the focus keyword in the beginning. Your title has a positive or a negative sentiment. So your title must have a positive or a negative sentiment. Now, if you don't understand what this thing means and how I can again incorporate this thing in my blog post, you can always click on this question mark. You can read the article related to that. So sentiment in a title, you can read the article and how you can improve this thing. What all words you can use for power words, which is going to be your next point. If you see, power word does not contain a power word, at least add one single power word. So what this power word is, what all are the different list of power words and how you can incorporate this in your blog post. You can read that thing as well. Then content readability, we have everything good. We have table of content, we are using it. We are using short paragraphs, as I've said you earlier in the video. Always use short paragraph, 3, 4, 5 different lines, not make it 10, 20 different lines of paragraphs. So paragraphs should be short. Also, your content, uses images and or videos. So we are using 2 images. You can add more images and so on. Now, similarly, you can go ahead and add and complete your article. Now, once you complete your article, always add this thing at the end, conclusion at the end. Okay, summary or conclusion at the end. So here, as you can see, this is our summary. I'll add this summary at the end. Okay, so very good. And make it H2. Okay, so that this is added in your table of content. Here as you can see, summary added in your table of content. Now once you're done, you can come to gear icon, click on gear icon, click on post, and here you have to do few things. Right now it is uncategorized. We have to create a category for this, and we have to assign a category to this blog post. Now I'll create a WordPress category. Okay, now because we are talking about WordPress, whenever in future I am talking about WordPress or I create a blog post related to WordPress, I can always select this WordPress category. Then you can also give some tags. So WordPress could be a tag. Okay, then after that you can just enter comma and add a new tag, and after that website could be a tag. Okay, and technology could be another tag. Then we have to add a featured image. Okay, so if you see the demo website, this image at the top, this is the featured image. So if you want to add this image, you can click on set featured image. I want to add this image as my featured image, or maybe if you want to add some other image as your featured image, you can select that image as well. So you can upload that image. So maybe let's upload this image. Click on open. Now for this image as well, as I've explained you earlier, add the alternative text or title, caption, description. So I'll just do one thing. I'll add this thing under the title, caption, description, everything. Click on set featured image. Okay, so you have also added your featured image. Once it is completed, you can now click on update, and with this you have created your first blog post. You can click on view blog post, and you can see this is how your blog post is looking right now. Obviously we'll improve the designing and everything. Right now it is not looking very good. We'll improve the designing at the end of the video. Right now you can see the blog post is now complete. People can come, they can leave a reply, they can leave a comment, you can reply to that comment. They can also share this content or share this blog post on different social media platforms. So we have this social share option as well. Okay, all right, so this was your first option, first example. We have seen how to create a blog post, and we have seen all the basic elements. So how to use content, how to use title, internal, external links, table of content, and everything. Now let's create another blog post, and this is going to be your example number 2. And in this example, our main focus will not be SEO, because we have already seen and learned about SEO, but my main focus will be showing you how to create these elements, because these are some really important elements, and this also makes your blog post beautiful. Okay, using these elements, pros and cons elements, product details element, then how to add these links, okay, these buttons, all those things on your website. So let's see. So now let's see how we can create these options. So again, come back to your dashboard. Now let's again click on this add new button to add a new blog post, and our second blog post will be this one. So as I said earlier, now again the same thing. You have the title, we'll copy and paste in the title to save some time. Then after that we have the content and all. So we have already seen these things, internal, external links and all. So I'll just copy and paste in this thing. Okay, table of content, will press enter, come to next line, click on plus and search for table of content. Okay, here it is. And then press enter, not here, after this content, or just press outside and click on this plus button. Let's see what we have. We have the heading and all. So I'll just copy it till here, and after that I'll show you how to create this thing. Okay, so I'll copy the paragraph, use the paragraph, paste in this thing. All right, so this is how it is looking. And then after that, let's see how we can create this element. So this products element, again I'm saying this is not my blog post. This is, I guess, a website named Healthline. That is it is their blog post. I just used it to give you an example of how a blog post will look like and how to create these kind of elements. Now if you want to create an element like this one, let's see how we can do that. So these kind of elements are really useful, especially if you're creating a product review. So you can add the product image, and after that you can give some details in this bulleted list form. So price, age range, type, dosage. So this is related to some multivitamins. So this is because of that. And if it is some other product, it is a bag or some camera, whatever the product is, you can give all the description related to that product. Now for this, first we'll have to add a new row. So we'll click on this plus button and we'll search for row. And here you will see row layout. If you don't see this thing, make sure you install the Kadence block plugin that I've shown you earlier. Again, let me just show you very quickly. So if you go back to plugins, you will see this plugin. Or if you just search for Gutenberg blocks by Kadence WP, you should see this plugin. So make sure you have that plugin, only then you will see this row layout. Now click on row layout. How many columns and what column layout do you want? So we want 2 columns, left will be a little bit smaller and right will be bigger. So we'll select this option. 33, 66. So 33% for the left one, 66 obviously for the right one. Now once you select this thing, after that at the left hand side we have this image. So whatever image you have, you can click on this plus button for the left hand side and search for image. And once you search for image, you have this image element. You can now go to your media library, and if you have any image over here, you can just use that image, or if you want, you can click on upload files, click on select files, and select any image. For example, let me select this image, click on open, and after that you can just come over here and click on select. Okay, so this is our image, for example. At the right hand side, we have to add some details. So for this, we have to use the list, bulleted list. Now, instead of that, I'll use the icon list, and I'll show you how you can design it. So at the right hand side, click on add block and search for list, and you should see, or you just search for icons list. Okay, here it is, icon list. Click on this. Now by default, this icon will be present. We'll change the icon later on. First, let's add all the text. Okay, so I'll paste in the text over here. If you see properly, this price is bold. Let me just make it regular. Right now this is regular. If you see over here, the price is bold, this is also bold, and this is regular text. So obviously, if you want to make anything bold, you select that much. For example, we want to make this much bold, we select this much, and we'll click on this B icon or B thing to make it bolder. Then similarly, we'll copy this second thing. Then again, next line, press enter to go to next line, press enter. Alright, so this is our next option. And finally, we have this vitamins and minerals. Alright, now this is how it is looking. Now let's design this thing. Okay, so first of all, we want to change the icon. Instead of this checkmark icon, we'll be using this checkmark icon over here for the pros and cons section. But for this, we don't need this icon, so I'll change the icon from the right hand side. If you click on this option, icon list, at the right hand side, you will see block option. First option is this post. You have to click on block once you click on this icon list. So you will see options related to this icon list block. Now if you scroll down, you will see list style, individual list setting, icon styler together. So you can click on icon, edit all icon styles together, and instead of this icon, we'll delete it and we'll select some other icon. For this, I'll select the dot icon. Yeah, this is the icon that I've used in the demo website, so I'll use it. Now this is very big, so I'll decrease the size of this icon. Instead of 20, we'll make it maybe, let's see, 10 pixels. And now as you can see, smaller. And after that, I also want to change the color to this orange color or whatever color you want. So for icon color, you can select some color. Maybe we'll select this orange color. Again, I'm saying if you want to select some other color, you can do that thing as well. Now let's change the styling for the font. Okay, this styling. All right, so for that, you have to go to font settings. Let's see this list text styling. Here it is. Now color, for this, I want the black color, so I'll select the black color. And after that, for this, we'll make it, we'll change the font family later on. But for now, just for this one, you can change this thing. First, let's change the font size to 17 pixels. Okay. Right now, font styling is different, but we'll change the font family just after we complete this section. So right now, this is how it is looking. You should also do one thing. You should make it center aligned. Okay, so that everything is in center or in middle. Okay, in middle, vertically in middle. Let me explain you. So if you see this option, if you click on this option, icon settings, if you just click on this outside box, this row box, you will see this option, change alignment. You have to make it, you can change the alignment, and after that, we also have some more option. We have the vertical align. Select this option, vertical align, and select align middle. Now everything will be in the middle. Now once you create this section, after that, what you can do is you can save this section as your reusable section so that you can use it again, and you just need to change the content, styling, and everything is automatically done for you. So how you'll do that, you will again come back, click on this row. Okay, make sure row is selected. Okay, here as you can see, row layout. Now once you select this option, click on this option, 3 dots option, and select this option, add to reusable blocks, and you can name it anything you want. So maybe I'll name it product details maybe. All right, and now click on save. Alright, so this is saved, and I'll show you very soon how you can reuse this thing. For now, we have created and saved this thing. Then after that, again, you can just copy and paste in some simple text. Just like that, we have already seen that thing. And then we have the pros and cons section. Now for this section, let's see how we can design it. So first of all, again, we'll add a new row. So click on this plus button, search and select this option, row layout. Now in this row layout, we don't want multiple columns, we want a single column. So I'll select row, first option, single column. First we have this heading. So I'll copy the heading, click on this plus button and search for heading element, which is over here, and paste in the heading. You can make it heading 2, heading 3. Okay, so I'll make it heading 3. And after that, you can design it as well if you want. So maybe for this, we want, if you want 20 pixels, 36 pixels, you can see all these options are given to you. So whatever style or size you want, you can have that thing. You can also change the color. So the color, let me see the color if I inspect element. Alright, so the color code is 243B53. Okay, so we'll change the color as well. Click on text and click on this option, and you'll see this option over here. Click on this option, and again let me copy the color code. Right click, click on inspect, and you will see the color code over here. Now you can come and paste in the color code like this. Now as you can see, the color is changed. Font family will be automatically changed. Later on we'll change the font family automatically. Don't need to do it right now. Then after that, we again have the same thing. We have the list. Okay, so we'll press enter, come to new line, click on this plus button and select icon list. And then after that, whatever options you have, press enter. What is the next option? Add, press enter, then the third option. So these are all the pros. Okay, and after that, for cons, we'll do one thing. Let me click on this plus button, not this plus button. If this does not work for you, you can do one thing. Select this heading and you can duplicate this thing. Okay, so once you duplicate it, after that you can bring it at down like this. So this will work better, and this is going to be cons. And after that, we have this option. Okay, we have the cons option. So for this, the icon styling will be different. So we'll again come back and we'll search for icon list, and this time we'll change the icon and all the cons that you want. You can add it like this. Okay, now once you add this thing, after that you can also design it. So I think we have changed the design for this as well. If I click on this thing, let me actually do one thing. Just first of all, just publish it. Let me change the main font family to Poppins. Okay, so that everything looks better. Okay, if you see this option, appearance option in your backend, under appearance, click on customize. And over here you have, we'll see this customize setting. In fact, we'll see all these customize options at the end of the video. For now, I just want to make sure that the default font family is Poppins, so that everything looks better. Alright, so we'll select the Poppins font family, go to typography first, select body, and under this body option, change this font family to Poppins. Okay, now as you can see, everything is changed. You can also change the font color to this black color or whatever color you want, and then publish it. We have many more settings to do under this customization option, but we'll do this later on. Now for now, you can cut this thing, come back over here. Make sure first you have updated this page. And now you can just go ahead and refresh this page, and you'll see all the font families will be changed over here as well. Alright, now as you can see, everything is Poppins, and this is looking much better. Alright, so that is the reason why we don't need to change it from here. We can change the body font family and everything becomes this thing automatically. Then after that, if you want, you can also increase the size and all for this. So if you click on icon list, you can go ahead and increase or decrease the spacing. Then after that, you can increase or decrease the sizing for the font. So here, as you can see, whatever font size you want, maybe for 18 pixels for this. All right, similarly for icon also, if you want to increase or decrease the size, maybe instead of 20 you want 24 or 25. I'm just giving you an example. So if you want, you can do this thing as well. Similarly for cons as well, let's change the font family. It was, I guess, let's see, 18 font family and 24 icons. So we'll click on this cons list, font size 18, icon size 24. All right, so now let's add these two buttons. Okay, so the first button is this button. Instead of this button, if you want to add a regular link, you can do that thing as well. Or if you want to create a button like this one or any kind of button, you can do it as well. So you can click on this option, click outside the box. So once you click outside the box like this one, and make sure this row option is selected, and you'll see this plus button inside this blue border. Okay, make sure it is inside this blue border so that it is inside this section that we are designing right now. So make sure this plus button is inside the blue border. If you again click outside this thing, there will be one plus button which is outside the blue border. We don't want this block option, because if you add a block, this will be outside this thing. Okay, outside this particular section that we are trying to create. So make sure you click somewhere over here, and after that you'll see this plus button. Now click on this plus button, and we need the button option. So search for buttons, and there are two options. We have advanced buttons, we have buttons. Let's use the advanced button option. Now you can, first of all, let's change the alignment to left, and after that, whatever button text you want. So here it says try now. So for button text, we'll type in try now. All right, and after that, button link. So maybe if you want to link it to some page, you can copy that thing. For example, I'll just add this link. Okay, so later on you can add your affiliate link over here and click on submit. This is how your button is looking right now. If you just click outside the box, this is the default style. We have to change the background color. Let me inspect element and see the color code. All right, so this is the background color. copy the color, come over here and click on this button so that we get settings related to this block at the right hand side. Now button 1 setting, we have this option, we have just added this text. This is default and this is the button link that we have just added. Button size is this size and all these options are given to you. Now text color, we want white color as our text color, so we'll change this text color to white color. And after that, for background color, we'll add in the color that we have just pasted or copied. Okay, this color. So just add in this color and this is how your button will look like. Then after that, you can also give some border color, and then you can also do some more styling. And you can also change the bottom margin, radius, icon as well. So if you want an icon, so we want this icon. So we'll select this icon, search for external icon, and this, let's see which icon is used. Okay, this is the icon which is used, and now as you can see, the icon is present in the button. Then after that, icon color, you can also change the icon color, whether you want the icon at the left hand side or right hand side. And after that, container margin, you can change that thing. You can change the font family. Okay, so this is the font family. If you want to change this thing to some other font family, you can do it as well. And you can also do some spacing. For example, under letter spacing, you can type in 2, and now as you can see, this is how it will look like. And then let's see a few more settings. You can also change the padding for the button. So you will see this option, button size. You can click on this option. Okay, you can click on this gear icon and you can change this margin and padding custom option. Okay, so for left and right, you can increase the padding, and for top and bottom, you can decrease the padding if you want. If I see this thing, this is how it will look. We can also change the color of the border. So click on border. Let's see the border color. Here is border color. We want the same color that we have used. Okay, this color. And then after that, if you want few more options, you can do that thing. I'm just giving you an example how you can control this thing. Okay, if you don't want this much space, you can obviously go ahead and decrease it. If you don't want this much space from top, you can decrease these things from here. Then we also have this hover setting. So to change the hover setting, you can come over here and you can select the hover option. And here, if you hover this button, as you can see, it becomes a little bit lighter. So we can do the same thing. For background color, we'll change this color to this color, but we'll make it lighter. Okay, maybe this thing. Okay, for hover background color also, for border color also, you can change that thing. Okay, now if I come over here, if I hover this button, as you can see, the color is now changed. So you can do it like this. And after that, if you want, you can create one more button. We have already seen the styling and everything for same. You can follow the same process. Same thing for the second button as well. In fact, you can go ahead and click on this button and you can duplicate it. Okay, like this. So you have two buttons side by side. So like this, you can use multiple buttons. You can add some spacing and all. Now once you create all these buttons and all, make sure on whatever link you enter over here. For example, I've added this link. You can click on edit, or you can change the link from here. If you click on button setting 1, here as you can see at the right hand side, button link. Make sure whatever link you enter over here, you have your affiliate ID in that link. For example, if you're doing Amazon affiliate marketing or whatever affiliate marketing you're doing, you'll always have affiliate links on your website. For example, if I do Amazon affiliate marketing, now if I go to Amazon.in and if I'm logged into Amazon Associates account, which is this link, Amazon affiliate program.amazon.in. So if you log into this thing, first make sure you create an account with Amazon affiliate. And once you log into that thing, you will see this tab, or you will see this option, this stripe at the top of this screen. Now, whatever link you want, for example, I want to promote, let's see, maybe I want to promote this fan. Okay, so I'll click on this fan. I want this exact fan link. So I'll click on this fan, and now I'll click on this text. Okay, get link text. Okay. Now, once I click on this text, it will give me this affiliate link. Okay. Now this link will have my affiliate ID in it. So make sure you get this link, click on copy, come over here and paste in this link over here. So whatever link you paste in over here, just make sure it has your affiliate link. Only then you will get commission when somebody purchases it. Okay. Now let's see how we can add this background color. Okay. So we have added all the element and all. Let's add the color in the background and let's give it this styling that we have given it. So for that, you'll have to click on outside the box again and make sure you select this much. Okay. So once you click on outside the box and once you see this border, everything else is selected inside it. Now you can do the settings. Now once you click on this thing, you will see this thing at the right hand side. Now make sure you see row, not section. Section is inside a row. So make sure you click even outside this box, and now you should see row layout. Okay. So make sure at the right hand side you see row layout once you click outside the box. And now over here we have to select this option, background overlay settings. And now we can set a different background for this option. We also have this option background settings. Then we have background overlay settings. Under background overlay, you can add any color you want. For example, if you select this option, and you can add maybe this color or any other color you want. If you want, you can even make it a gradient color. Okay, like we have made it a gradient color like this one. So you can make it a gradient color like this. You can change the overlay opacity. You can change the location for color 1, location for color 2. You can also change the angle for this gradient. You can make it linear, you can make it radial, whatever you want. Now in this case, what we want to do is, I want to copy these two different colors. So this is color 1 and I'll paste it under color 1. So under gradient, color 1. This is FBF5ED, all right? And the second color is this color, the darker version. I'm just using these colors that I've used in the demo website. But you don't have to use the same color. You can use any color you want. So I'll select the second color and I'll add in this color as my second color. Maybe let's see. All right, so you can decrease and increase things like this. Now for the opacity, you can increase or decrease the opacity. So maybe I'll keep it at 100. All right. And after that, you can see the colors properly after you change the opacity to 100. Now for color 1 and 2, you can select whatever option you want. So for color 1 location, you can increase or decrease the location. You can see the changes on your screen, right? So I'll keep it at 40 or 41 for this. And for location 2, maybe I'll select 17, right? And I want to change the position. I don't want this center over here. I want it at the bottom right. So you can select this option. Instead of center, I'll select right bottom. And now as you can see, we have a similar change. We have a similar design that just like this option. Okay, so you can have a design like this one. And after that, we also want some spacing from all sides. As you can see, padding from all sides. So you'll see the padding option, spacing option. Let me actually, here as you can see, padding option. Top and bottom we have padding. For right and left also we need some padding. So maybe 50 pixels from both right and left. And now as you can see, maybe at bottom also we want 50, right? Top is 25, good. And I think this looks good. After that, you can update this page. And just like this, you can save this thing as well. You can go ahead and make sure you select the row layout. Okay. And after that, click on this option and select add to reusable blocks. You can name it anything you want. I'll name it pros and cons. Now click on save. Now next time, whenever you want to use any one of these reusable contents, for example, if I want to come over here, I want to use maybe this option. Okay. Product details that I've added. So I can click on this plus button. And you can click on browse all, or basically you can do one thing. You can click on this plus button at the top left corner, blue plus button, and over here under reusable you will see this option, these two that you have created, and you can also see a preview of this. So I want to use this one, product details. So I'll drag and drop it over here. Now once you drag and drop this thing, first thing that you have to do, very important, you have to convert this thing into a regular block. So because if you right now, if you do any changes on this one, for example, if I add one more $sign over here, instead of 3, if I make it 4, if you go at top, here also 4 will be added. So whatever changes you make over here, same changes will be applied on this one. So make sure first you delink this thing. So to do this thing, you select this option and you convert this into a regular block. So select this option, convert to regular blocks. And now if I make some changes, for example, age range, instead of adults, if I select young people, okay, if I go at top, here it is still adults. Okay, so you can see this is how it is done. Similarly for second option as well, if you want to add a new option at the bottom, click on this plus button, go to reusable, pros and cons. Again, make sure to first change this thing or convert this thing into a regular block. Okay, very important. And after that, you can just follow the same process, keep on adding all these things, and you can create your blog. And this is how it will look like. As you can see, all your sections and everything is working perfectly fine. Then after that, if you want to add these kind of tables, we have seen these things. If you want to add any tables or anything, you can come over here and at the bottom click on table, or just search for table, not table of contents, just table. And now you have to select how many columns and row you want. So here, as you can see, most important is this column. Row you can keep on adding. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe not 7. Let's add only 4 columns. Okay. So column count 4 and row count also maybe 4 or 6 or 8, maybe 5. Okay. Maybe 6. Okay. Click on create table. Now you can keep on adding your things. For example, this is your heading, product. Okay, whenever you paste in anything, press Control plus Shift plus V. Okay, and then we have the price range, and then we have daily dose, right, or whatever you want, and then we have best for. Okay, and you can keep on adding more columns and all. If you want, you can select this option and you can do some changes. You can change the alignment. You can select all these options. Okay, so if you want to make it center align or anything like that, you can do it. Now for the content, this is your content. Now this is also a link. Okay, if I just paste in this thing, this is a link. You can link this thing with this. You can also convert this thing into an affiliate link. You just have to select this thing, click on link, and just add in the link. Okay, so maybe I'll add the same link just for demo purposes. Paste in the link, open in a new tab. Okay, and press submit. So this has also become a link. Price range, you can add options like this. I'll just use simple option. All right, then after that we have one tablet, and similarly you can just keep on adding your details over here. All right, and finally we have subscription based or whatever the option is. Now if you want to do some changes on this, click on this table, and at the right hand side we have this option. If you want to make the first section as header section, click on header section, and now as you can see, that will be your header section. And you can also add more details. Instead of regular, if you want to make it stripes, this will become stripes. If you want to add any background color, you can add background color as well. If you want to change the text color, you can do that thing as well. All right, so all these options are given to you. You can also increase the size of all the text and all. All right, and once you're done, you can update it again. If you come back over here, refresh this page. Okay, this is how it will look like. Once you add more options, it will keep on adding this thing. And this is a link. As you can see, if I click on this thing, a new tab opens because we have selected new tab, and it will open this affiliate link for this customer. All right, so this is how it works. So you can create your tables as well. And at the end of this blog, as I have explained you earlier, make sure to summarize this blog post. All right, or just give your conclusion or bottom line, something like that. And with this, I think we have seen a lot of options related to blog post and all. And with this, I think the technical thing is now completed. Now only the designing part is left. So let's see how we can now design this page, like how we can create and design the home page and blog page, all the other pages. So for that, first we'll need to create a new page. Let's start with the home page. So click on pages at the left hand side, click on add new to add a new page, and let's give it a title of home because this is going to be our home page. Now if you just publish this page like this, and if you see this in a new tab, we have to do some changes over here. First of all, I don't want this thing at the top, so I'll get rid of this. Now in the home page, I don't want a sidebar. Okay, so I'll have to get rid of this sidebar, and for that you have to select this option, content layout. You have to make it 100% full width. So this will get rid of this sidebar. I also don't want this option at the top, this home thing. Okay, this title section, because in the home page, as you can see, we don't have any title section, we don't have any sidebar. So to get rid of that title section, you can click on title and disable this section. Again, update it, come back to this page, refresh it, and now as you can see, we have a blank page. We have to do one more thing. Right now, if you see in the URL bar here, it says your website name /home, and if you click on blog.dude or whatever your website name is, you're redirected to some other page. So basically what is happening right now is this page that you have just created, home page, this is just a regular page, and we have to make it a home page. Okay, so we have to set this page as a home page. We have just named it home, but just by naming this page home, it does not become your home page. We have to set this page as a home page. And before we do that, I have just noticed that we forgot to give any thumbnail to this blog post. So let's again first do that. Come back to blog post and select this option. You can also select some category, and first let's select a category for this. So under categories, this is not under uncategorized. I'll add a new category for this, and maybe we'll add health and fitness. Click on add new category and give some featured image for this. Okay, just for demo purposes, I'll add maybe this featured image, or maybe this one. Click on open. Now click on set featured image, and now we can update this page. Now let's see how we can set that page as a home page. So for that, you will have to hover settings at the left hand side and click on reading. Now under this option, you have to select this, your home page displays, and select the second option, a static page. And under home page, select home and click on save changes. Now again, if you come back to this page, if I click on blog.dude, you will now see that we are redirected to this page and we don't have /home in the URL bar. Again, if you come back to pages, there is one more thing. Besides this home page, now it says front page, which means that this is now your front page. We can now go ahead and edit this page. Now to design this page, we'll be using Elementor Page Builder. So you'll see this button at top, edit with Elementor, click on this button. Now first of all, let me explain you what this Elementor Page Builder is and how it works. Now with the left hand side, we have different elements. So we have to use these elements to create this page or to design this page or to design any page. And at the right hand side, we have this canvas. We have to add our content over here. So we have to do it section by section. So for example, this is our hero section. Then we have the featured articles section. Then we have the best travel accessories section. So we have 3 different sections in this page. To add a new section, you click on this plus button and you select how many columns you want. So maybe I want 3 columns. Now once you select this option, once you select anything like this, you will see at the left hand side settings have now changed. Now if you want to again go back to these sections or go back to the elements, you have to click on this 9 dots icon. Okay, if you follow my mouse cursor, click on this 9 dots icon. Now you're again back to the elements section. And over here, maybe if you want to use an icon, so you can simply drag and drop the icon element at the left hand side. And now as you can see, we have settings related to this element. Here at the left hand side, now it says edit icon. And for every single element, there will be 3 settings: content, style, and advanced. Under content, obviously you'll change the content, like instead of this icon, if you want some other icon, maybe this t-shirt icon. In style, obviously it will be things related to styling. So if you want to change the color or anything like that, you can do it from here. And you can change the sizing and all. You can go to advanced, add some margin, padding, all the advanced things. Again, if you want to come back to elements, click on the 9 dots icon. Maybe for the second column you want to use, let's see, there are many different elements given to you if you scroll down. So maybe if you want to use the progress bar, so you can drag and drop the progress bar. You can see one setting is already given to you. Instead of my skill, I want to type in progress bar. And instead of 50%, you can make it 75%. So you can see, you can go to style, you can change the color, and you can do all these things from here. So this is how it works. I'll just delete this section, complete section, and we'll start from scratch. So first of all, we have to create this section, and here in this section, you can see we have 2 different columns. At the left hand side, we have this content. At the right hand side, we have this image. Let's start from the left hand side. So first we'll have to add a new section. So to do this thing, click on this plus button. We want 2 equal size columns. So we'll select 50% and 50%. You can change the column width as well. For example, if you see and if you notice properly, the left hand side, it is wider. The column at the left hand side is wider and the right hand side is not that wide. So if you want to decrease or if you want to change the width of these columns, you can just do it like this. As you can see, you can also see the percentage 60 and 40. I have to make it. So this is one option. Another option is you can click on this edit column. Okay, follow my mouse cursor again, edit column. For column width 1, we can make it 60 and second column will automatically become 40. Now with the left hand side, first we have this text, welcome to Blogdude, or whatever your website name is. So I'll just copy the text, come back to elements, and I'll use the heading. I'll just minimize this for now. Use the heading element, drag and drop the heading over here. Title, I'll type in welcome to Blogdude. Now I don't want this to be H2, I want this to be H3 or heading 3. Now let's style this thing. So we'll go to style, we'll change the color. So you can see we have this color. So I'll right click inspect element to get the color code. And here as you can see FFB300. Okay, this is the color code. So I'll select this text color, paste in the color code. Now you can do one thing, you can save this color in your color palette so that next time you don't have to inspect element and you don't have to manually enter the color code. You will have the color code automatically added for you. So you can do this thing, you can click on this plus button and you can name it anything you want. So I'll name it yellow. Okay, and click on create. And after that we have to change the styling and all. So we'll select the typography. By default we have this thing Roboto font family is selected. I want to change the font family to Poppins. So I'll select this thing. Instead of Roboto, we have to make it Poppins. So we'll change this thing to Poppins. And now as you can see, this is changed. We also want to decrease the size of this thing. So I'll make it 12 pixels and I want it lighter. Okay, so instead of 600, I'll make it, if you make it 100, as you can see, very light. If you make it 900, obviously very bold. I want to keep it at maybe let's see 500. Okay, 400 or 500. Then after that, you can also change the line height, as you can see, like this. You can also change the letter spacing. All these options can be done. You can make it negative as well. You can also change word spacing. So all these options are given to you. So for line height, I want to make it 20 pixels. And for letter spacing, maybe 2 option. Okay, just type in 2 under letter spacing. All right, so we have this first text. Now for the second text, this is a big text. As you can see, it says the travel expert. Again, we'll come back to elements, drag and drop the heading element just below this thing, type in the travel expert, and this can be heading 2 or h2, so we'll keep it at h2. Now go back to style. Now this color, let's grab the color code, inspect element, and now here as you can see this is 393939. So I'll copy the color code, paste it over here, and again save this color code, name it 3939, and again we have to change the typography to Poppins. Poppins is the font family that we'll be using throughout the website, so okay, this is the font family that I want. Now you can go ahead and change the size to whatever you want, 125, 120, whatever size you want. So maybe we'll keep it at 120, but we'll make it bolder, right? So maybe, okay, I don't think we have to make it bolder, but if you want, you can make it 700. You can also change the line height and all these things for this as well. Okay, as you can see, you can make it at, you can select EM as well. So under EM also you can change line height like this. So it all depends on you, whatever option you want to enter, you can enter that thing. Then we have another text. We'll just copy it and we'll paste it over here. And for this, we'll use text editor. When you have multiple lines, you have to enter text. You can use text editor because these two were headings. We were using the heading element. Now under text editor, I'll paste in the text, go to style. Let's see the color code for this. I think it is 37. And let's see, scroll down. Yeah, this is 37. I'll enter this color code over here, 373737, and we'll add this color code in our color palette. Then after that, again, we have to change the font family to Poppins. All right, so we'll change this thing to Poppins. And you can now increase or decrease the size of this thing. So we'll make it 16 pixels. And after that, we have to do one thing. If you see over here, this is like this. It is not going all the way till here. There is some space at the right hand side. So we can add some margin at right for this text. So we can go to advanced. If you just add anything, if you just add 50 pixels at right, 50 pixels will be added from all sides under margin because this is locked. So first we have to unlock it or delink it. So click on this thing. It will be unlocked or delinked. And at the right hand side, we want to add maybe 150 pixels. And now as you can see, this is how it is looking. Now for now, you can just click on update to update the changes, whatever changes you have made. To save those changes, make sure to update the page. Then we have these two buttons. So let's see how we can add the button. Drag and drop the button element over here. In fact, I want to do one thing before I do this thing, before we create the button. Let's actually change the font family to Poppins for Elementor as well, so that we don't have to do it again and again. I know we don't have to change this thing from Roboto to Poppins. So let's make the default font family as Poppins. So for that, you will click on this 3 lines icon, this hamburger icon, click on this, click on site settings, click on global fonts, and now change the font family. So for primary, instead of Roboto, we want Poppins. All right. And this will be 500, Poppins 500. Then for secondary, instead of Roboto slab, again, we want Poppins. All right. And then for text, again, we don't want Roboto, we want Poppins. Or if you want some other font family, obviously you can select that thing as well. And then for this also, I'll select Poppins. Now, as you can see, as soon as I entered the Poppins, the text style for this thing is automatically changed. If I again bring this thing to default, you can see the text style on button will change. Here, as you can see, the text is changed. Okay, the style is changed. So you can do some changes like this. If I again go back to Roboto, you can see. So I'll change everything to Poppins like this. Right now it is looking good. Update this thing. Now again and again, we don't have to change the font family. The default font family now is, Poppins. Again, make sure to update the page and cut this thing. Now let's style this button. Now to do some changes on the button, first you have to click on the button. Now at the left hand side, the text here says contact us. So we'll type in contact us over here under text area. And I want to link this thing to my contact page, but we haven't created the contact page till now. But later on, when you create your contact page, you can come to link and just type in contact. You'll get contact page link at the bottom. Now, because we don't have that page, we cannot see that thing, but for now, I'll just type in hashtag over here. Now let's style this thing. So go to style. We don't have any icon. Yeah, we don't have any icon. For typography, it is already Poppins, as you can see. So we don't have to do any changes over here. But if you want, you can change the font size and all. So I'll change the font size to 15 and 500. It is good. And we also want to change the color. If you see, the color is black and the background color is this orange color. So text color is black. So maybe we'll select, for this, we'll select 2B, this font this color code, and I'll save this color code as well. And for background color, we have already added the orange color, so we don't have to enter the code. We can click on the globe icon, and here as you can see we have the yellow color. Select the yellow color. Now for border radius, this is a circular button, so if you change the border radius to 0, this button will become rectangular with sharp edges. If you increase the border radius maybe to 50, now as you can see we have this rounded corners, okay, like this. So we want 50 border radius, and we also want this button to become big, so you can change the padding and all. So for padding top and bottom, I want to keep it at 15, and left and right it will be 40, like this. You can also change the hover style. When somebody hovers over this button, you can change the style. So you can go to hover. When somebody hovers over this thing, the background color probably becomes, let's see, same yellow color, but a little bit maybe lighter, like this. Now if I hover this thing, you can see, not this light. Let's see. Yeah, now as you can see. You can also change the text color as well. When somebody hovers over this thing, maybe the text color also becomes a little bit lighter. Alright, so now as you can see, so hover effect is also changed. Click on update. Now I want to do one thing. I want to bring this thing and this thing side by side. So this is also a button. This second thing that you see over here, learn more, this is also a button, but this is without any background and all. This is also a button, by the way. So we can do one thing to save some time. We can right click on this button and click on duplicate, just to save some time. For the second button here, it says learn more. And also if you see, we have this icon at the right hand side. So first let's change the text to learn more, and select any icon. So select icon library and select arrow. Okay, maybe select whatever arrow you want. Maybe let me select this arrow. Okay, and this will be after the text. So icon position after. All right, now go to style, and for this you can see the color is orange or this yellow type of color, and we don't have any background. So the text color is orange, okay, or this yellow, and no background color. So select background, and you will see first option is to change the color, second option is to change the transparency. So just bring it at extreme left. This will become transparent, and after that we want to bring both these things side by side. So how you can do is, first of all, click on the first button, the top button, go to advanced and change the width to inline. Now do the same thing for the second option. Click on second button, go to advanced and change the width to inline. Okay, now as you can see, this is how it will look like. Okay, side by side. Because we have the hover setting, I want to get rid of the hover setting. So I'll click on the second button, go to style, and under hover, I don't want anything. So I'll just make it like this. Let's see. Okay, now it is looking better. You can do one thing. You can just change the color of the text under hover. So maybe let's see this color, green color. Okay, like this. Rest everything I think is looking good. Maybe you can do one thing. We can make this text a little bit bolder. So instead of 500, we can change the weight to 600. Now click on update. Now let's see the right hand side. Let's see how we can use this image. Now if you have your image, you can obviously use it, but if you don't have an image, you can download it for free. Now there are several websites wherein you can download these kind of professional images for absolutely free. So for example, one website is unsplash.com. So if you go to unsplash.com, you can search for maybe travel guide, something like that. Okay, here as you can see, you'll get so many different images related to that. There are other websites as well. For example, another website is pexels.com. If you go here and if you again, just search for maybe travel or traveling or traveler, something like that, you can get all these kind of images for free. All right, so and from here, whatever image you want, you can download it for free, and after that, once you download it, you can also edit it for free. So first let's select one image which we can download. For example, if you say this is the image that I've used in the demo website. So if you want to download this image, you can simply click on this image and you can click on this download option. Now you'll see this drop down icon over here. You can select what size you want to download. So if you want to download the full size, whatever size you want, you can download that thing. Maybe we don't want that big, so we'll download the medium size. All right, so I'll select medium. Or if you want, you can download the full size as well. If you just click on download free, it will by default download the full size image. Now once you download this image, you can go to this website, photor.com, Fotor.com, and here you can edit this image. For example, if you don't want that big image, if you want to edit that image, you can click on edit an image or edit a photo, and after that you can simply drag and drop that image. Now once you do that thing, you can come over here and first let's drag and drop this image over here. So whatever image you select, you can now go ahead and do some changes in this image. For example, first of all, you can resize this image if you want. So you can go to resize and you can resize this image if you don't want this big image. Maybe let's make it 1000 pixels. So let me use yeah. So make first lock this image and only then use this resize option. All right, and after that you can click on apply. And now again, if you want to crop some section, you can go ahead and crop it. Maybe I want to crop it one by one. All right, and I can click on apply. So you can do some basic things like this. There are many more settings as well. If you want, you can just press Ctrl Z to go back to undo the changes. And again, maybe I want this much section, this big section. So I can select this, click on apply. Okay. So you can do these things. There are a few more options, but we are not going to use it. So here, as you can see, you can beautify it. You can add some text. You can add some elements, frames. Many different options are given to you. I just wanted to do this much. But obviously, if you want, you can go ahead and use these options as well. Now go ahead and click on download. And after that, you can download it in PNG or you can download it in JPEG format. I want to download it in JPEG medium size. So here, as you can see, this size is smaller. File size is just 155 KB. And also the image quality is pretty good. So we'll download this size. All right. Now I can cut this thing, come back to this website, and you can now use this image wherever you want. So for example, if I want to use this image over here, first I'll have to drag and drop the image element. And now I can upload this image. All right, so here, as you can see, this is the image. So we'll select this, click on open. And after that, we'll click on insert media. Here, as you can see, 155, 950 by 950. Now click on insert media. This is how your image will look like. Now, if you want to do some changes, obviously we want to do some changes. First of all, we want to make it circular like this one. So for that, first of all, make sure the image size is full. Okay, image size should be full. Now go to style. To make it circular, you can select border radius. But if you just type in 50, it will look something like this. Okay, so we have to add a bigger number. If you want to, if you like this design, you can have this design. If you want, you can also play around with this thing. For example, let's see this thing. Maybe I don't want at the top right, so I'll make it 0 for top right, and for bottom left, we'll select this option and we'll make it maybe 250. Right now, as you can see, a different shape. So you can play around with this thing if you want. I just want to select this percentage and type in 50%, and now this will make it circular like this one. And after that, I also want to do one thing. I want to increase the size of this image, but you cannot do that because the image size is automatically 100. So if you want to increase the size beyond 100, then you can use this option max width, and you can type in maybe 125%. Okay. Or if you want, you can even go with higher percentage if you want. All right. So let me actually do one thing. Delete the width. Make sure there's nothing typed in the width, and under max width, type in 125. And now this is how it is looking. All right. Now, once you're done with this, you can do one thing. We can now go ahead and add this color in the background. So you can see this color F8, F7, F3. And after that, we'll have to add some spacing at top and also at bottom. So let's do that. For that, we'll click on this option. We'll select this option, edit section, this 6 dots icon. Click on this, go to style, and under background, select classic and add this color code. And I'll also save the color code. I'll name it BG so that I know this is the background color. Now let's add some spacing at top and bottom. So for that, we'll go to advanced and we have the padding. First, you can remove the link or you can just unlock this thing. Now for top and bottom, whatever padding you want, you can add that thing. So maybe for top and bottom, I'll add 50 for top and 100 at bottom. All right. Now if I update this page and if I hide this thing, you can see this is how it is looking. All right. For desktop. Then after that, we have our next section. In the next section, you can see first we have a separator, then we have a title and some subtitle. So let's very quickly create this section as well. Again, we'll click on this plus button to add a new section. This time we just need one column. So we'll select the first option. First we have a separator, so we'll search for separator. I think it is called divider over here. So we'll search for divider, drag and drop it over here. And after that, you can select this option. For example, what size you want. By default, it is percentage. I want to convert this into pixels, and maybe I want just 50 pixel. Okay, you can see the thing over here. Then after that, we can go to style. You can change the color, and if you want to make it bolder, you can increase the weight like this. Okay, I want to keep it at 4. All right, 4 pixels weight. And you can also increase or decrease the gap. We don't want to do that. Then after that we have our heading. So I'll copy this thing, come back, drag and drop the heading just below this thing. And after that we can go ahead and design this thing as well. Again, for this we'll select this color, 37 color. Okay. And after that it is already Poppins, but I want to increase the size maybe a little bit, maybe 40 pixels. And if you want, you can even make it a little bit, denser, or you can make it a little bit bolder. Okay, at 600. Then after that we can do few more things. Let's see what we have. We have this thing, we have this text. As I've explained you earlier, this was heading, this is just a simple text or paragraph. So for paragraphs we use this text editor. So we'll drag and drop it, type in the text, whatever text you want, go to style, maybe change the color to 39 or some other color, whatever color you want. And you can also increase or decrease the sizing of this thing. I think the sizing and everything looks good, so we'll keep it at like this. The only thing probably I want to do is I want to add some spacing from right, just like we did at the top. So for that we'll go back to advanced, or maybe let's do one thing. Let's just copy, right click over here, click on copy, right click on this thing, right click, paste style. Okay, so this will paste this style. Now if I select this thing, go to advanced, I already have this 150 at right, but 150 is very small because this is one full section. So I can again select percentage for this, and at the right hand side maybe I'll select 50%. Now as you can see, 50% spacing at right. Okay, margin at right. And then after that we have this section, this blog section. For that again come back to elements and you will see this thing, the post grid. If you don't see this thing, you can search for TPG grid layout. Okay, you will see this option, grid layout. Drag and drop it over here. You will see this is how it will look like. Now you can go ahead and design it however you want it. For example, first of all, you can change the layout. This is the default layout. If you select layout 2, this is how it will look like. Layout 3, this is how it will look like. There are few more layouts, but those are only for pro plans. We are using the free plugin, free version of this plugin, so we can use these options. Now the one that I'm using in the demo website is layout 1, and after that we'll do some styling on this. First of all, let's see the query build. Now how many posts do you want to show over here? So we are displaying 6 posts. Okay, so I can type in 6 under limit. So under limit type in 6, and after that pagination we can leave it as it is. Go to style or go to settings. Now in this example, if you see, I'm displaying the thumbnail, then we are displaying the title, this excerpt, and read more button, nothing else. So all these meta details, the author, the date, categories, I don't want to display these things. So I can do one thing, I can just go ahead and hide this meta, post meta. All right, but I do want to display the read more button, so I'll show this thing. I'll design the button according to my needs, but for now you can see this is how the layout is looking. All right, we'll obviously go ahead and design it according to our needs, but for now this is how it is looking. Now you can go ahead and select the title and all. For section title, we don't want this section title, so we'll make it default first of all, and I'll delete the title from here. So we don't want anything in this section title. For the post title, the title tag is H3. If you want, you can make it H2, or if you want, you can increase or decrease this thing. For post thumbnail, if all the image size are equal, that is good, but if the image size are not equal, you can set a certain size over here. Okay, maybe 600 by 600 or something like that. Okay, so just make sure that all the images are of equal size. Then for excerpt, we don't want to display 200 characters. I want to decrease this thing to just 100 characters excerpt. Okay, small excerpt, just 3 lines excerpt, like we have it over here. Okay, in the demo website. So 100 characters, or maybe if you want, you can increase or decrease that number. Now for the read more button, here it says read more, but I also want to display an icon. Okay, so whatever icon you want to display, you can select that icon, and after that we'll style it. So let's style this thing. So go to style. First we have this post title. Okay, so select this post title. For typography, I think this is a big, you can do one thing, you can decrease the font size maybe. Let's see, maybe 24 is looking good. If you obviously want, you can increase or decrease the font size for this. Now there's one more option over here for the title. Let me see that option. I think that option is under settings. Let's see, post title. Title visibility. Yeah, title visibility, you can show only 2 lines. For example, for title, I just want to show 2 lines. Okay, so you have this option as well under settings, post title. Now let's style this thing. I think the styling looks good. I just maybe you can do one thing, you can increase the line height. Okay, space between the lines. So you can come over here and under line height, you can increase it a little bit, maybe maybe 34 pixels. All right. Rest everything I think looks good. The excerpt looks good. Thumbnail, you can change the styling, but we'll see that later on. Just come to the read more button. Now under the read more button, again, if you see, this is not a button, this is just a simple text. So we can do this thing as well. I've already shown you this thing while doing it over here in the top section, but let's very quickly do the same thing over here. So first of all, color. The color is this yellow color. So text color, we'll select this yellow color. For icon color also, we'll select the yellow color. Right, and when you hover over this thing, it turns black or whatever color. So we'll select hover, we'll select maybe this 37 color, both for icon and this. Now as you can see, this is how it is looking. And then after that, let's see what we have next. We can also increase the size of this, or we can make it bolder if you want. Read more, we can make it 700 weight. And after that, I don't want any border, so 0 border. All right, so very important. Okay, border padding, we don't want any padding, so we'll make it 0 as well. All right, so maybe we can get rid of this border color. Okay, border, we have to make it 0. We did not make it 0. Okay, solid 0. Border width should be 0. All right. Now as you can see, we just have the button. Now let's do one thing. Let's make this thing make the corners rounded like this. And after that, let's add some shadow and padding from all sides. So let's do it one by one. For that, we'll have to use this option. We'll have to use the card option. Under card option, we'll select card border radius. We'll type in maybe 15 pixels. If you want, you can increase this thing. Now, as you can see, corners are now rounded. We can use the shadow. So box shadow, you can use this option. All right. So this is how the shadow is looking. Very dark. I want to make it a little bit lighter. So we'll decrease the transparency. Let's see how it is looking now. All right. So much better. And after that, I also want to do one thing. I want to add some spacing from all sides. So you'll have to use content padding, maybe 50 pixels. All right. Not from top. So here, as you can see, from top, it is doing like this, not 50 pixels. Just let's add 20, 25. So from top, it will be 0. Left and right, you can increase this thing. Maybe you make it 40 if you want. 30. All right. So 30 from left and right, 0 top and 25 at bottom. And this is how it will look like. All right. So here, as you can see, this is how it is looking. And after that, you can go ahead and update this thing. Let's finally add some spacing at top and bottom for this as well. So we'll select this option, edit column or edit section, go to advanced. Now again, just remove this link or just unlock this thing. And for top and bottom, let's add 50 pixels for both top and bottom. Okay. Maybe I want to do one more thing. I want to increase the width of this section. So you can go to layout and you can increase or decrease the width. For example, if you type in just 600, this content will just have to fit under 600. I want to make it 1200. Okay, increase the width. And now as you can see, this is looking much better. Again, click on update, and with this we have completed the second section as well. Let's very quickly create a third section. Now creating that section is pretty easy because we'll just copy paste few things. First, come over here, add a new section, and we want 4 columns. Now in the left column, we have this thing. So we'll copy the divider, paste it over here. And similarly, we'll copy this text. First, I think we have this. Yeah, first we have the title. So we'll copy the title, paste it over here. Just right click, paste. Then we'll copy the text, copy it, right click, paste. We have to do some changes in all these options. First of all, the title here says best travel accessories. So we'll type in this thing. If you want to add some height, maybe line height over here, let's add a little bit of line height, maybe 45 or maybe 40. All right. Now for the second one, we have this thing at margin right, maybe not 50. Let's make it 10 for this one. All right. Now all these 3 columns, first we have this image, so we can use these images. So first we'll use this image element. We'll just drag and drop the image element over here and upload the image. So let's upload this image. Okay, so maybe we want to use this image. So we'll select it, click on open. Now all the images will be of different size. So to make everything equal, for example, you can see all the 3 images are of equal size. You can change the image size. So you can select a custom size and you can type in a custom width and height for this. So in this case, I'll select 500 width and 600 height, and after that click on apply. Okay. And for next, all the images, second, third image, you can do the same thing. Image size, make it 500 by 600 so that all the images are of equal size. And below this thing, we want to add this title, and this is a link. So if somebody clicks on Acme Travel Bag, they will be redirected to your affiliate link. Okay, so this is also a link. And so for that, we'll use the heading element and we'll enter the link, whatever the link is. You can paste in the link or your affiliate link. Obviously, go to style, change the color to whatever color you like, and maybe let's make it 600. All right, rest everything I think is good. Maybe you can increase the size a little bit, maybe 20 pixels. All right, so it all depends on you. If you want to increase the size or anything, you can do that. This thing, we copied something else. Yeah, then similarly you can do the same thing. You can right click on this image, copy, right click over here, paste. Now instead of this image we want to use some other image, so which is this bag kit image. So we'll again use this image, click on insert media, make sure it is 500 by 600, and then again right click, copy, right click, paste. And instead of this, here it says travel accessories kit, so we'll paste in this thing, and again for this you can change the link. And similarly you can do the same thing for third column as well. Right, and finally select edit section and just add some spacing at bottom. Okay, only at bottom, so maybe 50 or 60 pixels at bottom, and now click on update. And with this you have completed the home page for the desktop. Now you have to see how this page will look on a mobile phone. For desktop it is looking perfect, but for mobile phone it might look a little bit different. So we have to see how it will look on a mobile phone, and we have to make it mobile and tablet friendly. So for that you will see this icon at the bottom left, responsive mode. Click on that icon and select this mobile option. And now as you can see, for mobile it is looking very different. So let's fix this thing. First of all, for mobile I want all the text in center, so I'll click on the first text, make it center. Click on the second text, first make it center, then decrease the size. Okay, maybe this big. For the third text also we'll make it center, so go to style, center, and first let's get rid of this margin thing, no margin, and I think size and everything looks good. And these things, these buttons, we want to make it center. So for center you have to do one thing, you have to change the width to full width. Okay, so change this thing to full width, and after that change the alignment to center. For the second button as well, change the width to full width, go back to alignment and make it center. Now for this image, select this image and make it maybe 80% maximum width for mobile phone, or maybe 90%, whatever, however the big image you want. Now for this thing we don't want 50% margin right for mobile, so we'll get rid of this. And here you can see we have a lot of space, and here rest everything looks good. If you scroll down, okay, this is how it is looking. All right, now you can go ahead and update this thing, and this, now your website is also 100% mobile friendly. And with this we have 100% completed the home page. You can again come back to your dashboard. Right, now let's create our blog page and our contact page. So for that again we'll come back to pages and click on add new to add a new page. First we'll create our blog page, so just give it a title of blog, no need to do anything, just publish it. Right, so once you publish this page, just like the home page, we have to set this page as our blog page. So we'll come back, hover over settings, click on reading and select this option. Under post page, select this blog page and click on save changes. And finally let's create our contact page. So let's come back to pages, click on add new, and let's give it a title of contact us or contact. And after that, if you want to make it 100% full width or full width, you can change the content layout. And after that we don't want the title section. Now you can go ahead and publish it. In fact, you can now use Elementor to design this thing. So there are many different layouts available in Elementor. If you want, you can even use this Gutenberg Cadence layouts. So if you click on design library, and here if you see we have sections, we have starter packs. If you see the starter packs, if you see the free layout, for example for this one, cleaning service, you can see about page, contact page. You can just download these templates. For example, if you want to download the contact page template, just click on this option and it will download this template for you. Here as you can see, we have the title at top, contact, and then we have all these options. You just need to do one thing, select this option. Instead of this email, you can type in your own email address. Okay, just like this. Similarly, instead of this phone number, you can type in your phone number. Click on this icon and you can change this thing. So you can see at the right hand side, you can have this option. You can enter your Facebook link, you can enter your Twitter link and all those links. Similarly, instead of this map, you can change the map, and if you want, you can click on this option, click on this this form, contact form that you see over here. Now once you select this contact form, at the right hand side you can see settings related to that. First of all, make sure to click on any one of these options and make sure you select this message settings. Select any one of these and make sure to select this option, action after submit. So what happens after you submit this thing? So an email will be sent to you. You can also redirect them. There are many more different options available over here. We don't want to get into more details like this. So this is not really important. Just a simple about page or contact page that you want to create. Similarly, again, come back to your dashboard. And if you open this page in a new tab, you can see this is how it is looking. All right, you have your contact page. Now let's do the final customization. So again, come back to your page, come back to your dashboard page. Now, before we do the final customization, we need to create a simple menu. Right now, if you see, your website does not have any menu. So let's create a simple menu, and after that, we'll see all the other things. So to create a new menu, you will hover over appearance and click on menus. And under menu name, you can name it anything you want. So I'll just name it main menu or primary menu or top menu, anything you want. And after that, make sure to tick mark this thing main. Okay, this is important. Just click on create menu. Now what all links you want? So I want the home page, about page, contact links, these three. And after that, if you want to display these categories in the menu, you can do one thing. You can click on screen options and make sure this categories is tick mark for you. Okay. And after that, you can select categories and what all categories you want. For example, if you want health and fitness and WordPress, so we can bring them over here and you can also rearrange them if you want like this. All right. And then click on save menu. Again, if you come back to this page and refresh it, you can see you have your menu over here. Now let's do the final customization. So to do this thing, you can click on this customize link at top, or you can do one thing. You can go to appearance and under appearance, you will see customize. So both the options are available. Now let's start from top. At the top, if you see right now we have this top menu. We don't want the top bar. We just want the main menu. So let's first get rid of the top bar. So we'll click on top bar, go to general and disable the top bar. So remove this tick mark and that top bar will be gone. Now let's see the menu. Now in the menu, first let's see the header basically. In the header, you will see this option, header option, click on header. First, let's add our logo. So we'll go to logo, add your logo. So let me upload the logo. You can upload any logo of your choice. I'll upload this logo, travel logo. And after that, you can skip cropping, or if you want, you can crop that thing. And then after that, you can also upload one retina logo, which basically means double size. For example, this logo is 50 by 100. Then this will be 100 by 200. A bigger size, as you can see, select a retina logo, twice the normal logo size. All right, so you can do that thing. Now, we cannot see the logo because right now the background color of this header is white. We want to change the background color to this color or any color that you want. All right, so you can again come back over here, just select this option, general option under header, and then we have the background color. Type in this color or whatever color you want, and now you can see this is how it is looking. We have few more options under header. If you see menu option under header, you can change the link color. So the link color is white, for example, but when you hover this link, it becomes black. So hover color under link, you can change this thing, link hover, you can make it black. Right now, as you can see. Similarly, you can do some more changes. I don't know, do anything over here. I'll just publish it, come back. Now let's first of all do one thing. Let's set a primary and a secondary color. So this green color will be my primary color. For example, if you want, you can set this yellow color as your primary color. So to do this thing, you'll come back, you'll select this option, general options, general styling, and here you have the primary color. So if you want this color, for example, if you now scroll down, all the other things will become this color. Okay, so whatever primary or secondary color you want, you can set this color. Then we have the hover primary color. So I'll select the same color. Maybe if you want, you can select some other color. I'll select maybe 313131. Okay, a little bit lighter shade of black. Now click on publish. Now, if you set this color as your primary color, all the things, for example, this button, all the link color, all these things will become that color, whatever primary color you have set. Again, come back. Now let's do one thing. Let's increase the size of this menu. Okay. So we can come over here and we can select this option typography and select main menu, which is over here. And instead of 13 pixels, if you want, you can make it 15, 14, whatever size you want, you can set this size. So maybe we want to make it 15 pixels. All right. So here, as you can see, if you want, you can also make it, let's make it semi bold. Click on publish, come back. So with this, we have seen the header. Let's now see the footer. We don't have anything in the footer. So for that, we have to actually do one thing. Open your dashboard in a new tab, and under appearance, if you hover over appearance, you will see widgets. Click on that. And now you will see this option, you will see the default sidebar, then we'll have footer 1. Now first of all, we have to do one thing. The default style for footer is 4 columns. We want just one column. As you can see, one column in the middle. So first we have to change the footer option. So you'll see this thing over here under customize. If you see footer widgets, click on footer widgets and change the column. Here as you can see, by default it is 4 columns. Now change this thing to just one column. Okay. Now publish it, come back to widgets. Now what all widgets you want? So first of all, we want this logo. So we'll come over here under widgets, click on this under footer 1. Make sure you are adding all these things under footer 1. Click on this plus button and search for image. Okay, so if you search for image, you can now go to media library and upload your logo. So I'll upload this logo and you can set maximum width and height for this. So maybe instead of 100%, I just want to display 50%. All right. Then we have this text. Subscribe to our newsletter. So I'll copy the text, come over here again, click on this plus button, add a new paragraph, paste in the text, bring it in the center. So align center, and after that you can change the color to white and make it bolder. So we'll come back over here, change the color, change the size to 20 and change the text color to white. You can also make it bolder. So go to typography and you can change the appearance, click on appearance, and you can change this thing to semi bold or maybe bold. Then we have this option. We have this newsletter box. So for that, we'll again click on this plus button and search for, I think, MailChimp. Yeah, here it is, MailChimp. Select this MailChimp option. Now we don't want any title, we don't want any text. So delete title, text, everything. We also don't want any except GDPR terms. We just want this email and go button. Okay, so your email and go, only these two things. Rest everything you can delete it. And this is how it will look like. You can see this example. And finally, we want this social icons. All right, so you can again come back, click on this plus button, search for social icons and select this option, this social icon. There are two options. We have the first one, social icons, and we have this one. We want to select the second one, social icons, this one. Now what style do we want? So we want simple style. Okay, under style it will be simple. And after that, we don't want any title, no followers or any title like that. Just enter your links. So whatever link you want for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. And once you're done with this, you can actually go ahead and let's see, we don't have anything else. For now, you can go ahead and just update this thing. And with this, we have 100% completed this tutorial. I hope you guys find this tutorial helpful. If you find this tutorial helpful and if you want to watch more useful videos like this one, make sure to subscribe and click on the bell icon so that you don't miss any future notifications. If you like this video, give a thumbs up to this video, share it with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, whatever social media platform you use. And throughout the video, if you have any doubts, any comments, any suggestions for me, you can always leave them in the comments section below. And finally, thank you so much for watching this video. See you in the next one.